We are getting ready to get started here on this episode of this new, funny, challenging new episode of Sunday Night Alive Power Hour with your host, soldier of self-mastery, none other than himself, Santos Rolon Jr. You know, I'm humbled and I'm privileged to be here today on this broadcast that is going worldwide. I am able to share a message of hope, of inspiration on this broadcast today, this wonderful Sunday. And actually, this is episode number 102. And I'm going to do something just a little bit different today before we get started, my friends. I'm going to believe for a breakthrough. Actually, I'm going to leave the music. I needed to bring the microphone here. I'm going to actually believe, hopefully you were able to hear when I started. I am going to believe for a breakthrough today for you on this episode. I don't know what it is that you're looking for. Maybe you need, let me see what it is. What is it that you might need? Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's an idea. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's a little bit more patience with yourself. I don't know what it is that you need today, but on this broadcast, my friend, I'm going to invite you to keep track of your progress, okay? Get a note. Come on now, it's exercise time. Exercise time. Get a notepad. Keep track of your progress, my friend. All right, we're talking about the need to be reminding ourselves that we must keep going forward, right? That's what this episode is going to be about, 102. So let me see. You might need a focus, an energy, a plan, a life balance, something that's going to help you get there ASAP. I don't know what it is, but I'm honored and I'm privileged to be here with you. So let's get into this broadcast. I'm going to share this with you that 95 to 97 today, you know, a decision needs to be made, my friend. Today, a decision needs to be made. 95 to 97% of people run out of gas. They run out of belief, self-belief, and they give up on themselves. Sad, right? It gets really difficult. Now, not us, not you and I. We don't want to be a part of the 97 percenters. We want to be a part of the 3%. Man, that's a small number. Yeah, but there's less competition there, right? There's more room for growth. In the 97 percentage, there's too much of people failing themselves. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here on this broadcast. I want to welcome you from around the world. I'm going to read the proverb here in a minute. I'm truly excited to be here because, again, I'm believing for a breakthrough. I'm believing for something good on this broadcast. Are you going to believe with me? Are you going to believe with me on this broadcast that you're going to get something very special today? Breathe it in, my friend. Breathe in. Deep breathe. It's an exercise I do a couple times a day. Breathe in all that good energy, all that positive energy, all that stuff that you want. Breathe it in and breathe out all the toxins, all the negativity, the limiting beliefs. Just let them go. Let them go. All right, my friends, let's get into, let me see, Proverb 14:6. All right, I want to read a little bit here, and then we're going to get into some interaction with those of you that want to participate on this broadcast. Maybe you've got a thought, you've got some cool idea, some solution that maybe ties into this thing. You know what? Why is there such a need for us, for you and I, to remind ourselves that we must not give up? You got an idea, you got a thought, you got something you want to share? This is an interactive program. By the way, I do want to send out a quick shout out real quick here before I get into the scripture. LP Brownie, he sent in a donation for $35. I appreciate you wherever you are. I don't even know who you are, but you sent in a donation. Send me your address so that I can send you a free copy of my latest book, my friend. This what is this thing? This is a ticking time bomb. This is a heartbeat felt in the pages. When you use this book, you're going to know what my mindset is, what my motives are. It's all about helping thousands. It's all about helping thousands of people around the globe that really want to help themselves, my friend. That's what it's about. Helping thousands of people that want to help themselves. Because I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself. Right? I know you'll agree with me on that one. So John 14:6, Jesus said that I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. That's a very interesting verse out of the Bible. I was kind of pondering that. Jesus said that I am the way, the truth, and the life. I don't do a whole lot with Bible. I talk a little bit about Bible, but let me share just a little bit before we get into this episode, and I accept your invitation to challenge. You're going to challenge me today on this episode, okay? You're going to challenge me on this episode. I want you to challenge me because I'm going to challenge you because I want you to make a decision today. If you're struggling, if you're having a problem with yourself, I don't care what it is. I do care. Come on, Santos. Boom. I do care what it is. But I want you to make a decision today. I want you to feel inspired from yourself, from within, today, right here, right now. Remember we talked about a breakthrough earlier? Man, we're going to follow up with that, my friend. And that's what I'm looking forward for you, for me too. So John 14:6, right? Spiritual verse of the Bible. It's the word of God. It's the thought of God. It's the law of God. The Bible is actually the law of God also. It's not just a book that we can use to meditate on and learn how to pray and reach out to the creator, the master of this universe. I believe that he's my grace. The reason why I can be here on Sundays and come before you, the reason why I can get on Facebook and do a live, the reason why I can write a book. Actually, we're getting ready to write I'm getting ready to write my 4th book, number 4. I'm just going to keep writing. I'm just going to keep exploring. I'm going to keep doing things. Why am I doing this? To inspire you so that you can get whatever it is that you've got. You know, we're talking about not giving up on ourselves. Right? You're going to fail, my friend. You're going to fail. You might have failed already today. You might have failed yesterday. You might have failed. You know what? You might even feel like a failure, but you're not one. You might feel, right? Feel, but you're not. Failure is an event, right? It's not a person. It's not you. So I want to welcome Nahil Johnson to the program. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope that you're making your day super fantastic, terrific, and over the top. And I know that we all have challenges. You know, let's be honest with us on this program. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm going to be as transparent as I can because you know what, my friends? I fail every day. I fall short every day. But I get up. I don't have time to be looking at the problem. I'm looking more for the opportunity within that problem. How about you? Are you looking for the opportunity within your problems? Did you come here with problems? Did you come to this episode with problems? Of course you did, my friend. And we're going to get the breakthrough, man. Right here, right now, today. We're going to get the breakthrough. You're going to make a decision. Somebody here, 2 people today on this broadcast are going to make a decision, and you're going to send me an email, and you're going to say, Santos, that was me. You know what? You said something on this episode that really hit me. It was like a dump truck. You know, driving up like a dump truck, driving right up to my house and just dumping a load right in front of my house. Man, what is going on? Somebody help me. What's going on with this dump truck? Laura, welcome to the program. Jim, welcome to the program. I truly appreciate you. Sean, welcome. I see we've got a few. Josephine, welcome to the program. I know there'll be a few more coming on this evening. Let me see. Are you going to link video? Let me see. What is this? Are you going to link video StreamYard? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Sean. If you have, I'm not too sure. I'm very new at a lot of this technology. I admit, man, and I failed, man. I fail. But I'm going to keep going, right? I don't care. It's not about, you know what? Why is there such a need to be reminded that we should not give up on ourselves? Why? Come on, somebody, man. Sean, Jim, Laura, get into this episode here. Josephine, not too sure what that is, but go ahead and put the information if you want to do that, Sean. Let's see what Jim has to say today. We get beat up and challenges can discourage us, and we have to push through them. That's right. You know, when you show up at your client's door and they shut the door in your face, right? When you call the client so many times and they said that they were going to send you the check, and then you call them the next day and they forget all about you and the check doesn't come. There's no check, right? They were lying to you, man. Like this one guy said to Les Brown, Les, they were playing you. What do you do, man, when you show up at the door and they want to call the police on you, right? I'm telling you, this is a strange world. Me, I'm looking forward. I'm doing things today that I feel a little bit uncomfortable doing, but nevertheless, I have to bring home some turkey bacon, right? I got to pay the bills. I got to supply my Wi-Fi. I got to provide to get this message out to the rest of the world. Of course, this is how I want to make a living. Is it wrong to say that you want to make a living by helping people? Is it wrong to ask for a $25 donation from somebody if you know that they're benefiting from what you're sharing? Is it wrong? Right? Am I failing? Where are you failing at, my friend? This is not just about me today, right? I'm believing for a breakthrough on this broadcast today. I hope you are. And again, I hope that you're taking notes. So let me see. Jim says we get beat up and challenges to discourage us. By the way, I did present a question to you guys, and I'm going to be waiting for the answer, right? Why is there such a need to be reminded of why? I'm telling you, these are my statistics, but I believe I'm correct. 95 to 97% of people are failing on themselves today. They're giving up. They're just giving up, man. They've had too much from the neighbor. They've had too much from the business, or they failed 13, 15 businesses like I did. They failed 15 businesses like I did. And they gave up. You know, I was sharing with my daughter today, my wife's daughter today, that I've been on the air since 2011. I've been on the air since 2011, 2014. The first 3 years of me marketing myself, me promoting my message, me helping, me sharing my testimony, telling people about how you can defeat problem gambling, how you can overcome trauma in your life, fears, and all this stuff. I got not one penny for 3 years, man. I did it over and over, many videos. I sent out emails. I talked to people. I made phone calls. Not one penny. My 4th year on the internet, I started getting a little bit of pay from my work. I started getting emails. I started getting more comments. Santos, you don't know how much of an impact you've made on my life, man. People out of nowhere. You've changed my life, man. You're the hero in my book. You know, man, that humbles me, man. That freaking humbles me. That's why I'm passionate to get this message out. I want to get more, I want to get out. What is it? LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm getting ready to do some TikTok, and we're podcasting. So if you don't catch us on our podcast, shame on you for not supporting the mission. No, I'm just joking, my friend. I don't want to put any guilt. Don't focus on the wall of shame. Focus on the wall of fame, my friend. Focus on your victories. You know those victories that you've achieved in your life? You know what I'm talking about? Those areas where you've achieved in your life, you've done some really great things back in the past, and you got some amnesia about it right now? You got some amnesia about it. No, focus on that, right? Don't give up on yourself. Never, 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 never. You know what? Keep trying. Imagine all these inventions around us that, even the Bible, we wouldn't have had the Bible today. God had people rewrite the Bible. I mean, they tried to burn it. They tried to get rid of the Bible, the Holy Scriptures. And it's with us today, man. Amazing things. Now, we can focus on all the negatives. We can focus on the limiting beliefs. We can focus on the fact that maybe you're not planning, right? You don't plan to fail. You fail because you don't plan. We need to remind ourselves, man, your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. We need to be plugged in to sources. We need to be coming to these programs like this. We need to be listening, not just hearing a bunch of noise, right? A lot of people are hearing noise, just a bunch of noise, man. I hear noise all the time. In fact, sometimes I hear noise inside my head. If I shake my head a little bit too much, if I shake it, I can hear noise in there. How about you? If you shake your head, can you hear noise? We have to stop that. You know what I mean? We can't hear noise. We got to be listening. We got to be focused. We got to be working, empowering ourselves. All right, my friend, I'm preaching to the choir here. By the way, I'm grateful to the Lord Jesus Christ for his grace. Man, I'm really realizing more and more the creativity that he has given you and I. We have to really take advantage of these things, my friend. We must. Stephen Little, Hekmat Taran, hello. Hello to you, my friend. Thank you for being on this broadcast. If you have a question, a thought, we're talking about how you and I need to be reminded that we're not going to give up on ourselves. I told you I failed more than 15 businesses, and finally started my own business. I failed at other people's businesses and started my own. And it took me like 5 years to make my first paycheck, a little paycheck, but it's been fun. It's been fun, my friends. Thank you, Appy. Thank you, Appy, for that. I appreciate that. Let me see here. Okay, was that you, Laura? Well, thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. You just made my day. You got my breakthrough. I didn't know who it was because I get donations from people. Not a lot of donations, but I do get a little bit to help keep the mission forward. And I want to send them a thank you. I want to know who they are. You know, I always try to reach out through the email, but it's hard. Sometimes I don't get any response from people, uh, whether it's a one-time donation or something periodically. Listen, my friends, you know, we have to really band together. We have to work together. We're you and I are up against a lot of difficulties. You're in a battle. You're in your own battle inside here. Okay, you are. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to raise your hand and say, "Hey, I'm in a mind battle." You and I, we are in a mind battle, and then we're also battling the system around us. Now, not everything is negative. There's a lot of positives if we look for them. Family, you know, if you look for the positives, you will find them. So Laura, let me get back to Laura here. Thank you. I truly appreciate you for doing that. So if you want a second book, I believe that you probably got one of my first versions of my book, but if you want, send me an address, send me a PO. Hey, you can always give the book away to somebody else. Let them feel my heartbeat. In fact, let me read something out of it here. Let me see. I'm just going to randomly open up. How else can the need or desire for your old habits be met? Remember, I said you do have choices. We carried out an exercise where we mentioned the reasons for gambling, and in contrast to it, what other helpful activities can take the place of your gambling and in turn satisfy your need at that time? That is the answer you will be providing for this question. And if you carried out the exercise at first, you could just refer to it. You have been able to identify your problem. Anyways, it gets into exercises. So Laura, there's your book. You know, it's there for you. Thank Is my microphone working? I apologize, my friends. See, man, you know what? But I'm not a failure. I'm not a failure. See, I just, there we go. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? We should be hearing me. Camera. Okay. Thank you. I apologize, man. Dropping in views. Man, I go into the zone. I get into the zone, man, in my mind, and I apologize, man. But let me see. It's working now. Nahil says, okay. Thank you, Nahil. All right, my friends. I don't know where I left you guys, but we're coming close to the hour here. I'm definitely believing for a breakthrough here on this broadcast. I apologize. Hopefully my word. I dropped off a little bit here, but I'm not going to focus on that. So where are we at? You know, let me share this success tip with you, my friends. Keep track of your progress. Keep notes as much as possible. I mentioned about the cell phone. Where is the cell phone going? You know, we've got something extremely powerful that you can even generate more money with. You can even use this to generate more income with if you use it right. Am I doing it? Of course I'm doing it. I haven't become a multimillionaire yet. I'm not concerned about that. I'm more concerned about keeping a good balance in my own life, right? Keeping that balance where I'm happy, where I'm playful, where I'm regenerating myself, recreating, being creative, so that when I fall, when I fail, when somebody fails me, when the doors are being shut, when the money is not coming in, I don't slip into a state of depression. I don't go into a cave. You know, I remember when I used to gamble 4 or 5 times a week, I would literally slip into this invisible cave. And man, it was horrible, man. I wanted to die. It was horrible. But you know, again, we have to be willing to fail. You must be willing to fail. You must be willing to take risks in order to succeed. If you're going to get your victory, you have to make a decision, right? We talked about, I was thinking about this earlier. Wouldn't it be cool, the person that writes a book, that when you open it, the moment that you open it, basically it's like magic. It changes you just from opening it. Can you imagine? Man, that guy would be a multi, if I would have done it, right? Boom, magic, you're changed, you're transformed, your mindset is different. This mission would be way further around the world. That doesn't happen. We must use the tools. We must apply the tools. Oh man, half of the video. Okay. Thank you. Yep. People are, let me see. So, my friends, I want to thank each and every one of you guys. I truly do. Let's get into the 3% crowd, my friends. Listen, I don't know if I shared, maybe I got cut off on this. What I wanted to share was that if you're willing to take the necessary step, if you're willing to challenge yourself, if you're willing to get in front of a mirror, right, and get in front of a mirror and role play with yourself, challenge yourself, coach yourself, inspire yourself, have the best conversations that you will ever. In fact, that's what my 4th book is going to be about. The best conversations that you will ever have.
simple life hacks that you can do at home. You can overcome the fear of failure. You can overcome that, because it's painful when you fail. It hurts, man. Nobody wants to look funny in front of people. Nobody wants to fall. Have you ever fallen in front of a group of people? Actually, you step out of your car, you're walking down the street and you fall down. You ever see people? It looks so funny, right? Nobody wants that. The other day I did it. I stepped out of my car. I don't know, I was doing something and I tripped on the sidewalk. And I laughed at myself because I knew there were people around me. But you know what? I said something to myself and I said, just go forward, whatever it was. You gotta be in that frame of mind, because if not, you are going to fail yourself, my friend. You're going to fail yourself. All right. Simply because you hit some bumps on the path, hit them back, hit those bumps back. They're not that big. I know it's hard sometimes. I agree. But what's the alternative? Stay weak, get soft, stay in the comfort zone. I had to make some phone calls earlier today. I had, and they were tough, a little bit of tough phone calls that I had to make to some clients, right? I was reaching out to some clients. And if you know about reaching out to people, by phone, especially some of these people don't even know who I am. That's not a pleasant experience. But you know what, man, I got up this morning and I said, again, I reminded myself, your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. Get on the phone, Santos, reach out to those people. Hey, some will wait. Always look for the opportunity in transformation. Always look for the opportunity when something's challenging you, when something is difficult, when something seems so hard. Get it over with. If you honestly want your breakthrough, that's the honest truth right there. You're going to have to take some action, and you're going to have to face the fear or some kind of a risk that's in front of you. So I do want to mention this before we stop the broadcast. If you're benefiting from this program, make sure to support us, support me. A love gift of $25 or more is going to get you a copy, an autographed copy of the little red book. This is not to be read. This is to be used. This is a tool. Okay. It's just like the man that goes out to cut trees and the other guy that's in the shed sharpening his tool. He's sharpening his saw. But yet when he gets out there, he cuts much more trees than the guy that was out there longer than he was. This is a tool, my friend. This is a gift. You can give this away to somebody that you care about. And it's not just about problem gambling. In fact, I may even change the title of it. Because this book is really meant, it's a self-development book. It's a self-empowerment tool to be used. All right, I got some new comments. I thank you guys for warning me of not having. Laura says, yep, you have to really want to quit. Hit back, get pumped up and angry and fight back. That's right, Jim. That's right, my friend. Season greeting to all on the chat. Blessings and goodness be upon everyone here. The joy of the season. All right, my friends. One of the major reasons why you need to be reminded. Don't give up on yourself. Remind yourself of that. Remember, the good life will come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. And there's always room for improvement within room for improvement, my friend. Ouch! Anyways, the greatest reason to be reminded is because of what? Because you're going to fail. Because you're going to falter. Because you're going to make a mistake. And you're going to look funny. And there's a Chinese proverb that says nobody wants to walk around with egg on the face. Something like that. Hey, you get egg on the face, if you're hungry, eat it, right? That's the way I look at it. All right, my friends. Call to action. Write out your plan and memorize it. What are you going to do about your failure? What are you going to do? You have to make a decision today. right? You have to make a decision right here, right now. What are you going to do? What's going to be your decision? Write out your plan and memorize it. Know what you want in life. Know who you are. You know, are you a soldier? Are you a leader? Are you a father? Who are you? I don't know. Um, some people call themselves a life coach, right? Some people call themselves a trucker. Other call themselves alcoholics and gamblers and suicidal. Yeah, people call themselves these kinds of things, suicidal misfits. They've actually have it memorized in their head. So therefore, that's the way that they behave. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with calling yourself a trucker, because if you are a trucker, right, you should be, you're going to be driving. That's the behavior. If you say, right, I'm a trucker, the behavior is you're going to drive a truck. You're going to drive, whatever trucking industry does. If you believe that you're an alcoholic or you're a gambler, well, hey, guess what? You're going to behave that way. Well, what if I started calling myself a soldier, just like Soldier of Self-Mastery? Well, what if you did? What if you just decided to do that? Every morning you get up and you start saying, you know what? Good morning, soldier. Good morning. You're going to make today a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day. Hey, soldier. Your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders, soldier. What if you started calling yourself a king or a queen? There's images that are tied to those labels. You can begin changing your life through that affirmation. I can, I will, I do, I am, right? I can, I will, I do, I am. Focus on your wall of fame, not on your wall of shame. Okay? And one other thing that I'm going to mention here too before I leave, a tax-deductible contribution to support this mission as I share this message. It's going around the world to thousands of people. That's my goal. Young people, even children, if they get a chance. You would think a child could get a hold of a cell phone and somehow these images can pop up on the screen almost magically. It happens every single day. You don't think a child could be exposed to gambling, the seed of gambling early on? My friend, where is the cell phone going? I talked about this. Where is this going to be? Where, what is it that you have in your hands? So you can actually use this, you can transform your life. You can begin to memorize things to better yourself. It's not about me. Plug into this program. Feed off my content, my friend. Feed off my energy. Feed off my motivation. Listen, I guarantee you that if you continue to follow my broadcasts, you may laugh at me a little bit. You may even cry at times of some of the things that I share that maybe I'm going through. You might laugh. You might be inspired very, very highly to do something that you want to do, right? It's not about me. It's not about my, you don't need my approval to do, you need your approval. You don't need your parents' approval, your brother's approval, your business partner's approval. Well, maybe you should work with your business partner, but you don't need to make changes, to transform, to make a decision, man. It's your own approval. All right, my friends, I'm done. I'm going to, wind down here and answer any questions. What else did I have? Oh, if you have a need for coaching in your life, listen, if you have the means to invest in yourself and you want one-on-one coaching, you want somebody that's going to take you by the hand, work with you, I'm not going to do it for you, but I'm going to help you figure out what it is that is either troubling you or what it is that you need to achieve. Now, you might already know what it is. You just don't have the support. You don't have the accountability. You do not have that second set of eyes and ears that is needed for an observation. That's what coaching is all about. I'm also offering 24/7, 365 days a year with the coaching plan. You'll be able to text me for a mind shift. You need to change your mind. This is what I specialize in this. I do this to myself every day. You need a mind shift, man. You paid for coaching. You meet with me regularly once a week. You can call my number and we can do a mind shift session right there for you. Now, this is what I offer. I'm very, very committed. I'm very serious about my coaching program, and I'm only willing to work with very, very serious-minded individuals. And, I'm sure that you would want the same type of interaction that if you were going to do something like this, you would want somebody that's going to be seriously committed to being there, having integrity, having accountability, having gone through trauma in his own life, having gone through failure, having gone through the gambling shit and coming out victoriously, permanently. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, with that said, thank you, Sean, for that. The one who fails the most wins. Well, maybe we shouldn't strive to fail the most, right, Jim? But the truth is that if you want to succeed, if you want to build, like I said, it took me 4 years to earn a few dollars from my business. I worked my business for over 3 years. I got nothing. In fact, I went in the hole probably about $40,000 with this mission. Actually, I went in the hole further than that. I've been able to get myself out of it. I'm still in debt. But because of my dream, because of my mission, doing what I'm doing, Soldiers of Self-Mastery, doing videos, writing books, doing Breakthroughs Academy, doing all of these things, I basically got myself in debt. Why? Because I believed that one day all of this is going to pay off. And whether it pays off financially, I believe it will. It's already starting to. But whether it pays off in people's lives, the emails that I get, you're a part of this, my friend. If you want to be a part of a bigger, hey, you can be a part of this and you can see all of the activity. You can read the comments, follow us, and you're more than welcome, my friend, to be a part of this wonderful mission with us here at Soldiers of Self-Mastery. Yeah. A lot of people are hurting today because they followed somebody else's dream, because, for many years, they thought that what they were doing they thought that they really were doing what they wanted to do, but instead they were following somebody else's picture. And then 20 years later, or 5 years later, or 35 years later, they come to find out that they were climbing the wrong ladder. Man, you know how people become angry at I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was talking about the generation that we live in today. Man, we need to be educating ourselves. We need to be plugging into sources that are creative, that are playful, that are going to help us expand and grow and become our very best, my friend. And I'm encouraging you to come every Sunday at 4 p.m. If you haven't subscribed to soldiersofselfmastery.com, you can do so. I believe there's a free little ebook that you get, How to Be Happier, More Confident, completely free. And share this video. If this broadcast makes sense, well, maybe it's a little bit damaged. I might be able to edit that. But share this video, support the mission, give me a thumbs up, my friend. And you know what? Follow your heart, man. Write down what it is that you want and memorize it. Start calling yourself who you want to be: a soldier, a leader, a king, a giant. Are you a giant? Are you a king? Whatever it is that you might be, my friend, remember, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some work. Okay. So this is what I told my son. All right, my friends. Well, if there's a question, hey, Wilson, welcome to the episode there. He joined in. If you have a question, I see people are starting to come on. I'll stay on here for a little bit longer. If you missed this episode, and by the way, I want to send a shout out to Nahil Johnson. A special shout out to Nahil. Thank you for supporting. Jim, thank you for your support. Sean, and there's a few others that you've sent in donations, and I honestly, I appreciate you, and whatever you can do to keep this mission going, uh, do so. It's money worth well spent. I also give a little bit of money to a couple of charities. There's 3 charities that I donate to every month. Not much, a little bit, a few dollars. So whatever comes in, I also give to those charities. An orphanage, St. Jude's, the children's, and then the other one is the Paralyzed Veterans of America, I believe. Yeah, America. So that's what we do, man. And again, we keep going forward. Is there anything I've missed today? Nah, no jokes. Let me see. Oh yeah, autonomous, right? We know where we're headed. Everything is going to be autonomous. Autonomous trucks, autonomous buses, autonomous cell phones. These cell phones basically, the algorithm, the system inside the engine picks up everything about you. Google and YouTube and Facebook, man, they know exactly what you. They know more about you than probably you know about yourself, man. This is what we're up against. We can use this technology, or this technology is going to use us. So, let me see. Rakjumar. Sean Rakjumar, right? Means the prince. That's right. Now, are you living like the prince? You have to live like the prince, right? You have to work on practicing living like the prince. Why not, man? Nothing wrong with that, right? Create your own world. Use your imagination, man. Right? What is a prince? How does a prince speak? How does he live? What kind of clothing does he wear? He doesn't wear a t-shirt, maybe the bed. No, maybe not. But anyways, I wear a t-shirt here. I'm promoting my old book, the old book here. Doesn't matter to me. Really, it's what's up here and what comes out of here, right? Not just to people, but when you're by yourself. What are you saying? Oh, man. Wow. I feel so bad. I could use that money for something useful. So my question to you, Vicky, is what are you going to do about this situation? What are you going to do about this from today, right? There's a reason why you're here and you posted that. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to fight? Are you going to rise up as a leader? Are you going to rise up within yourself and fight that devil, fight that adversary right there, the gambling, the thought, the trigger? Because that's where the battle has to be won, right here. I'm doing it. You can do it. I'm doing it. You can do it. Let me see. So don't beat yourself up. Don't put yourself down. Remember that. Don't do that. Well, you can. That's your choice. You can choose to beat yourself up, and you can literally, make yourself bloody, figuratively speaking. Or you can choose to say, you know what? I'm going to look at my wall of fame. Yeah, I failed. I made a mistake. I lost a lot of money, but I've got victories in my life. I can focus on the victories. That's what I'm going to focus on. And guess what? I'm going to work on myself so that I can do better next time. It's not, that's what it's about, man. Steven is asking a question here. Let me see. I'm 53 years young, my friend. 53. And did I get it in there? When did I start it? Well, my good friends, we've come to another episode, another funny, challenging mind shift broadcast of Sunday Night Alive Power Hour. We're going to end here. If there's another question that you have, we're getting ready to end. We'll be back here next Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are doing our podcast. You can catch our podcast during the week at soldiersofselfmastery.com. Just look for the podcast there at the hub. I'm encouraging you to support the mission. A book. This will help shift your mindset. And what else? Coaching is available. At soldiersofselfmastery.com. All right, we're winding down, my friends. Make it a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top week. Remember, your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. And there's always going to be room for improvement within room for improvement, my friend. Train your brain so that your brain trains you. Train your brain so that your brain trains you, my friend. I'll see you on the next episode. 103.